Hello, hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Today we are live inside of our Abundant Entrepreneurs Facebook group. We are welcoming all our passionate and purposeful entrepreneurs gathering here in our community. And today is our episode 199. Yeah, almost close to 200. And when we next week, we'll definitely celebrate in a big way. And this is my fourth year, and the fourth year to in this kind of initiation and momentum Monday, and this is definitely a great start for every week. And today let's talk about the recharging season. How many of you, oh by the way, today actually by coincidentally, see my clothes, I was wearing a Palm Springs. Now finally, right, the cold winter is gone and we are still in this transition into a new season, right? A little bit in New York now, today is like a rainy and a little bit chilly, but we know it's spring, and I directly get that from my backyard. See those like the sprouts, the green sprouts from the bushes, and also on my on the lawn. There are quite some like a purple, a little purple short flowers. It's already blooming, and it's beautiful. I said, oh, that's a great sign of spring season, right? And also this, right before this video, I was seeing a bird, a little bird. It's like a blue robin, I think it's a blue robin, beautiful bird. Is like a looking for food inside of my backyard. It's like cute. Those birds, you normally do not see them in the winter season, right? But now it's like oh, it's like a peaceful and blossoming season, and all those little birds are coming out and peacefully and cheerfully looking for their food. It's super happy to see that in my backyard. So this season, what does it mean for us? This is a beginning of the first season of the whole year, right? This season is really, it's a foundation, is a deciding, is a critical beginning of the whole year. This season means what? It's a new start, a new start. And also I asking, would you like to reboot and also recharge yourself, right? And not just yourself, and also in addition, because you will decide your whole life and also your business environment. So you charge yourself first before you can really build that foundation for your empire, for your business to develop to the next stage, right? So this season is critical, and it's also the time for us to build a better foundation and to look for a different you. Today, actually, the title I could also change it to be like a transformation. This season is definitely transformation. Transformation. Another day, I saw those new like plants coming out. Right? I thought it's really like magical. How could they get that signal, right? The temperature actually is giving them the signal. It's also like that kind of unseen hand of God or the spring or the Mother Nature give them that signal that said like wake up, wake up. I was wondering how did all these kind of seeds or like roots and those kind of the foundation of those plants, right, were sleeping underground, went through all the like winter, and now it's springtime. They just naturally wake up and just come out. All those plants initially thought, oh, they are definitely like dead, right? But now they are growing up like with new life and new sprouts and the flowers. Wow, it's like means that it's a new season is coming, right? It's magical. This time is really magical. So today I want to definitely dedicate by the end of the like March, right? Dedicate this episode to this most important season, and also one of my favorite seasons. And another one, I was wondering, what is your favorite season? Type comment under the video. Let me know. Okay, let us know. My favorite season, obviously, is like spring. Even my name, my English name is Spring. And my origin name actually was Yan. Yan means that the swallow, little black bird. That's quite popular in my hometown. I guess my parents did not bother too much to find this name for me. And it's very popular little bird, right? And that's why maybe I am so connected with all the birds, and that means freedom to me. And also, it's like my name, a spring, because normally we see that kind of little birds in spring season, right? And like oh, the winter's gone and the spring's coming, and the swallow birds are flying everywhere and looking for their nests. Normally, it's under people's like their roof, normally under a roof. So it's a quite resolated, I would say, like from the bird, swallow bird to the season. So, and this season and also means a lot to me. It's like because it's the new start of all the new lives, right? It's like a transformation season. All the, it's just like all the lives have been um, habitat has been sleeping underground through the whole winter, and now they're all waking up. And but they are not the old ones anymore. They are growing the new ones with their new sprouts and new flowers. And then it once gets to the fourth season, right? That's another one of my favorite season. It will They will have the seeds. They will have a new like heritage, right, for the next life. So the whole four seasons, this kind of a circle. And now we're at the beginning, the start of the year. The most important thing is how would you like, are you planning or are you ready to reboot and recharge yourself and also charge for your empire as well, right? Whatever, the vision and the dreams you want to build up. So now, the first, let's talk about there. I summarized the 7 areas. Now, it's on my plate, and I just sometimes unconscious and also consciously planning some like recharging. For example, the first step, I started with nutrition, because even according to like Chinese people with through thousands of years, very good at they would say like longevity and how to use the natural ways to uh, adding nutritions to your body, and how to develop some great habits to have more sustainable living style. So the nutrition, like not just for myself, I especially found like for the kids as well, because this now is their growth season, especially for kids, right? Even though my kids now teenager, my son is 18, my daughter is 16, at the very end of their growth, like a natural biologically growth stage. But I still like I learned, thank God, I learned some like new knowledge, and found that I can still maybe add more nutrition and even supplements, right? Help them to grow. So it's a great area to explore, and very interested. So I invest in that area and bought some like not just the through nutrition food, right? But also we've been very healthy, by the way, have very healthy habits compared with many other families, especially like American families here. We as Asian, even compared with other Asians, were very healthy. And but nutritious food is still not seems like enough for the kids to grow. So I know it's part of like a gene, but another part is also like how after you're born, how you add all this kind of environment, right? Sometimes, for example, my daughter has inflammation and like digestion problem, and also I learned how the like bacteria, right, all this kind of a group the different colonies of bacteria inside her tummy, and also this intestines could really influence how the kids would grow, right? So she's not growing tall. I know it's part of because of the gene, but also a big part is from like later from the environment, from her like including like your stress, including anything like your thinking, your stress, and your living environment, and she gets some inflammation. So, or I also because of the immune system, if it's not strong enough, right, you could have all these kind of symptoms. So now the very specific like supplements will be super important, like for example like calcium, vitamin D, vitamin K2, all those kind of things. And I learned that including specific bacteria is also important for their growth, especially the balanced one, right? So, and for your good for your digestion, and good for your the hormones growth, and also your bones growth. So I bought that combination and kind of a package of supplementals and nutritions, and also has a doctor's team to support to consult. But this is one part for you and for your family member. Now I think it's a great time for you to learn some new knowledge about nutrition. Even though initially I thought I'm very good at nutrition, right, and I'm good at all this kind of basic knowledge, but I still found that there are a lot of areas I was not familiar. So it's great to open your mind to learn. And recently I even learned some like in the US some solution, very creative ones. They use the patch, like a heated patch with herbs. This actually, I believe, they learned from China as well, and they use that patch put on under your feet, put on a specific the points. That's actually the points is like learned and found by Chinese people. I'm proud to find that, and put on that patch. And even adults, they say up to 75 years old, can still grow. And they did give those like testimonials and pictures. And so far, I've not proved it's like a spam or not, right? But it definitely will be my next stage test. I want to first to focus on the nutrition part, and then next one I want to focus on if to see how much the nutrition and the supplements is changing, is making any change, right? And after a few months, and after we did that experiment, and then I would have to try the that growth patch, and even for adults. That's a good idea for me thinking, do I still want to grow taller? I'm already 5'5", but it's good enough for girls. And but if I want, maybe I try that with kids dad, right? And so it's interesting this time, nutrition, and also another one is hydration. And because it's spring season, you know why we have so much rains? Because through the winter time and all the sleeping time for the plants, right, natural, the nature world, and now more rains to supply and to wake them up, and the warmth, right, and the hydration to warm up, and also like wake up all these kind of plants to grow. They need a lot of uh, drinks and water, right? Natural rains. For us human beings, we should really be in a harmony with the nature, that kind of cycle. And I often feel like in this season feel dry. My tips feel dry and my body feel dry, right? And my skin even feel dry. Do you feel that sometimes, like from your hands, you can feel that the skin's dry? So that means we need more. Humans, we are part of the nature. We also need more hydration as well. So make sure that every day, and that's interesting. Some bottles designed that big size, right? To have that, I forgot how many, 2L, 2 liter, and to have that enough 8 cups of water. Some people was too like they could not measure it, so they just like simply bought that kind of bottle. I personally do not support that way because it's like it's just like water. It's not like clean, right? In the whole bottle for the whole day, I do not feel that's clean enough for me. And so I will use my cups to keep drinking and to keep myself feel like hydrated. And also the nutrition, okay, like as I mentioned, you need to add more nutrition, especially proteins, into a diet, especially like I know American food, it's a lot of like carbohydrate, a lot of it, and cheese, all those ones are not really good for your body, and too much sugar and too much salt, definitely not balanced. Okay, that's why we saw so many people that either diabetes or it's like the shape, right? It's not good, a lot idea. So you want to pay more attention to like a protein rich type of, and also mineral and all those vitamins rich kind of food, right? People say the Mediterranean recipes of food are very healthy, and I would suggest for that. And also like I know Chinese food actually is very healthy, in except those restaurants food. Okay, restaurants food definitely not very healthy, but you want to do more like learn some recipe, learn from like different like styles, right? I know every style may have some like good ones. For example, I love Western style of salads. That's the best, I would say, recipe of different types of salads with all mixed like greens and fruits, and that's like a great, right, with the grilled some meat on the top. I think so far that's the healthiest one, and even can compete with Chinese food, right? And Chinese food I also love those like soups, different soups and different countries, and let's say, and some like steaming things, right? Steamed things, it's very healthy, and especially some herbs, that stuff like that's good for your nutrition and energy. So learn, open your mind, learn different kind of recipes and nutrition ways, and to definitely add more balanced nutritions to your body. That's the first one. The second one, the how to recharge and really reboot your energy, right? Today we'll not just talk about the health and energy, and that directly will impact your progress, your like any kind of a things creation, progress, and success in your business world as well, directly related. Okay, so the second part would be your sleep. I just found even though I'm still right, remember my old habits, I had all these great habits already, but except that sleeping, when to sleep, that part, and I'm still struggling. But I'm recently I found more and more I had more self-discipline to myself. It's like whenever I get consciousness and aware of that, oh, I'm wasting my time now, then I told myself immediately that I should stop that. And normally I can stop right away. So that's a great progress. But one area I still need to improve is like, oh, how long I can get that kind of a consciousness. That's very important, right? I feel like now more and more, and I'm getting that kind of awareness quicker. And but definitely I need to improve. So sleep earlier. I now get enough sleep every day, but it's just like when I go to sleep, that part specifically I need to improve. So this area, like in the spring season, definitely majority like animals, right, including us, we will sometimes feel like tired because like as the temperature will get warmer, your body will get more relaxed, and instead of like in a cold environment, you will feel like more alert, right? So springtime, people will body will slow down and get not really slow down. I would say it's just like a more relaxed, comfortable, and then you will not. Sometimes you will feel sleepy. So make sure that pay more attention, be more aware about when you go to sleep, ideally like by 11 p.m. All proven by Eastern and Western medical area, right? All the research, they said that by 11 is the best time to rest your organs, to replenish your whole immune system. So that's critical. And also around 7 or 8 hours. I personally found at least 7.5, and ideally 8 or 8.5, 8 hours. I would say ideally, right, for my body to feel like fully energetic and my brain to be fresh. And so normally now, especially during the weekends, I do not set up an alarm clock. That's very important. And like during the work days, I know especially for the school, right? I need to wake up my kids. I do have the entrepreneurship's freedom. I can sleep till whenever I want. But for the kids, they need to go to school, right? By to get there by 8 a.m. And my daughter normally get up at around 6:30. So I need set up alarm clock. And but for myself, weekends I can sleep at least like 8 hours and sometimes maybe 9 hours to make up sleep, and I felt wonderful without alarm clock. That's a blessing. And so try whenever you do not need alarm clock. So one way is like go to sleep earlier, then you do not maybe necessarily need that alarm clock. Some people great, they have that body's natural rhythm built up already, so they normally do not depend on the alarm clock. They can wake up in time if you build this rhythm, right, in long term. That's a great. So definitely enough sleep and good quality sleep, right? And oh, by the way, do not 1 hour before you sleep, do not still like play with all this like electrical device, because that will definitely, those blue light will disturb, and also those activities will stimulate your brain and keep it like awake, right, and very active and excited, and that will bother your how much time you get into sleep, right? So you definitely want to have some build up some like night routine. We talked that we shared that before. I remember some episodes. Uh, Regular morning and night routine. I normally do my abundance meditation activation in the morning, and nighttime abundance meditation, and also including some stretching and make myself relax. Normally I would do that in almost a half darkness, and not get my whole body adjust to like sleep mode. That's very critical. So sleep. Third one, exercise. I built quite some great morning and night stretching. Morning like jumping on trampoline, and nighttime do all those kind of different forms of stretching I've all learned, and that can relax my even my neck, my back, my shoulder, my whole legs, and my knees, everything, right, the whole bodies. So build up your rhythm, find the ones I even interested in find something like a movement, specific movements, right, exercise I can reduce my belly fat. And that's very important for ladies and at like middle age, right, and even for men, right? I definitely encourage you to learn and to watch. If you want to watch online, find those health or exercise videos that can definitely help you. All right, so the third one, that's the top three. Basically, that's a foundation, like nutrition, sleep, and exercise. That's a foundation for our life, for our biology body, right? Definitely need that. And that will contributing a great energy to our body as well. And then the next one will be spirituality. And every day I've been like, whenever I feel like, okay, I want to close, I want to call it, it's the end of the day, I want to relax. When I was doing dishwash or like a laundry, I would play like a spiritual worship songs. I feel that calm down me. And especially if you have a lot of things going on, you feel like a little bit stressful, uh, worship songs are definitely recommended. Beautiful, and normally they are much better and soothing your spirit and also your mind and your heart, right? And for example, in my radio, in my car's radio, I'm always this like stick to the the worship song, like it's called Kai Love. I think it's Kai Love. Yeah, and also like Air One. Those worship stations and very good music. Whenever I drive my car, right, I listen to that and calm down me and through any kind of traffic. And also then at home, I sometimes listen to like a YouTube. You can easily find those like over 1 hour kind of worship songs, right? I mean, where you are doing other like errands or routines, and you can play those and calm yourself down. And it's definitely it's a great spiritual time. And because you will have that kind of a connection with God and with other fellow people who have faith on this earth. So that's a wonderful experience. And so that's the spirituality. And definitely have more prayers and build up your spirituality routine, right? I almost have like many, I did not count, but many praying and meditation time whenever I need it. So it's just like a meditate and pray as I go. So I hope you have that kind of habit. And then the fifth one is your mental health. This is super important, not just for yourself, for your whole family, right? For people around you. So you can start with yourself. That mental health, I found like to me very important is whenever I feel like stuck or progress is slow, I listen to my mentors. Find your role models, find your mentors, right? And especially those alive ones. I just like for example, during my laundry time, it's a long time sometimes. So I will listen to those mentors videos on YouTube. Some of them like 30 40 minutes, some are maybe over 1 hour. I will choose those interesting topic at that time I want to listen to and listen through it. Like every day, if you have this kind of accumulation, you get a new inspiration, like the motivation and also the role models inspiration, like how they are dealing with their life, right? And what's their wisdom, what's their great knowledge and vision, and their like summarize their lessons, right? So it's definitely learn from role models who you really admire and think that they've already achieved what you want to achieve. So that's the most important thing. So the mental health, of course, is also reading some books, right? Good books, and could also. But so far, I found like reading books is very slow, right? To me, I personally would rather listen to like videos, give me more like a quicker boost. Okay, so it depends on your personal style. Okay, that's a top five. And now number six. Now get to our business entrepreneurship, right? We need to be open to learn those new strategies now, like technology, AI, all these kind of things, like social media. And every day so many people are creative and they like develop some like proven good strategies and ways, right, approaches. You want to learn from different angle. This part can help you, like really you sometimes we may need to ditch our old ways and adapt to new ways, right? New strategies and new whatever like creative solutions, right, can really help your business go forward. At the same time, you also want to be consistent. For example, I keep this Momentum Monday because I found this is very effective both to me and my network. I can contribute my knowledge and practice and wisdom and whatever I learned to contribute to the community, and also make me keep me on that momentum and that kind of inspiration, right? And when I share this and people get inspirations as well, I get new people get into my community, like subscribe to my email or or subscribe to my newsletter, right? So that's helping. And also this could help my YouTube channel grow as well. So choose some ways you feel like it's working, and but some other ways maybe if it's not working so well, you need to adjust. So you need to be flexible and also need to have that speed. Okay, so whenever you found something, it's great, and you need to learn and adapt to it. And this part I know it's super challenging even for me. And now it's like a AI era, right? It's not, it's so much is going on, and new innovations and new knowledge and new technologies are coming up every day almost, like so our every person we are limited. And then I just found they use the chat GPT, for example. In China they use the DeepSeek, all this kind of related kind of AI applications, use that to help you shorten your, like, really improve your efficiency. I sometimes find, like, if I have some questions, I would like to go to ChatGPT, ask for the answer. So for example, I can still use Google, but Google gives uh so many like threads, right? Like it's too much for me to digest. I feel like, oh, I do not have that time to do research. So now the AI plays a critical role. Whenever you ask a question, they give you a summary. So it's like your assistant. Leverage that. Okay, I'm definitely excited and to see this AI's trend. Definitely will be more like applicable apps, right? The people call apps or applications we could leverage. So you need open one eye, even though we may not be like a technology, like how to say, that technical or so many people, right? We are still like old schools. So many people find it challenging or overwhelming to catch up this kind of a technology trend. But at least open one eye to see, oh, what's going on, okay, and what's working in this market. And so maybe you could start to learn and adapt. Okay, so at least you should not be like totally close yourself, like, so, oh, this is too much, too difficult, and close yourself and do not want to bother to learn. I would encourage you, even though you are not like a quite technical person, still open your mind, open one eye to try to have some experiments, right? Try Chat GPT, try some like new, listen to people's new solutions, how are they are doing it. Okay, so these areas is super important as well for our business to grow, to make a progress. We need to adapt to new ways, right? To recharge yourself and charge for our business as well. And now, the number 7, the last one I want to talk about is this one is very interesting. It's just like now it's totally related to the season, right? This season, do you sometimes feel like, oh, it's totally surprising? It's surprising, and just like when you pay some attention to your environment, even to the nature, sometimes what's coming up there, right? What's like boosting up, what is like popping up may surprise you. So this season is definitely for you to sometimes intentionally and consciously get out of your box. Okay, that's what I want to encourage you. This season is for curiosity. Definitely, if you feel like, oh, through the whole winter, right, the long winter, our environment is boring, and especially living in the city, right, not so much going on there, like everything is like dull, the color gray and dark, right? So now the season, you see those new lives around you, it's time to reboot our and reboost, right, like our curiosity. And I would encourage you and even give you this permission to get out of your box and reactivate your curiosity, and especially to do some adventures purposefully. Like recently, I just feel like I could not stay in this box. I need change, right? For my environment, for anything to change, I need change. So I'm purposely to start to explore. For example, yesterday I was searching for like weekend, right? We're searching for what kind of events are happening in New York City, and can you imagine? There's so many, right? But once you get to like the details, oh, which one? I know New York has so many, like for example, arts shows and this and that, but some of them maybe not. I do not necessarily resonate, right? And I may sometimes feel tired of all this kind of shows and the performance, and but then I open myself. I say, oh, okay, maybe let me try some like, for example, yesterday I found one show. It's a stand-up comedy show. I said, okay, I need some laughter, right? Definitely some, being a whole like serious for the whole week. I need something relaxed, and it's performed in a bar. And normally I'm not a drinking person. I'm not a fan of any bar, right? But I still encourage myself to just explore it. Okay, just go there. For example, I went to Manhattan. It's called a beauty bar, and they had a stand-up committee every Sunday at 8 p.m. I would encourage you to explore if you like you are living in New York or visiting New York in the future or now, right? I would encourage you to explore their stand-up committee. It's given me some surprisingly, yeah. It's like that kind of environment. I was wondering why it's a beauty bar. I was a little bit suspicious, right? Initially, I was a little bit concerned about my security, but I checked in. It's quite crowded, and the atmosphere is nice actually, and they do not even require you have minimum drinking. So I was happy for that because I do not want to drink anything, right? Or like it was alcohol, even for this juice. And then anyway, so yesterday, but I was thinking, how could I contribute? But when we're sitting there, it's a very cozy environment, and it was that place was a beauty salon. There were still like those like old style salon machines around that place, and even decorations. You can see that the old ones. Wow, this place has some history, right? So it's like a combination of a beauty salon, and there's a ladies doing how to say that nails for people, for girls, right? And there's laundry place, people are chatting and walking, and inside there, the back end, after you pass through the bathroom area, it's a rather separate, like a little theater, and there are around 30 people. I think they can accommodate around 30 people there, and then we had almost like 2 hours, over 2 hours of stand-up comedian show, and there I counted there were about eight comedians, so diversified, people from like from US different states, and people from Philippines, from people from Canada, and even even there were two ladies among those eight people, and one person with some like a gross let's say a disability, but he's also like a great comedian. I was surprised with that kind of a diversity, right? The one is even from the UN lawyer who became the lady from like say Canada, who is a Jewish, and also like became a comedian. So it's quite a big surprising to me, and all the eight comedians, like they did their show, right? And it's quite a great atmosphere. And I even made that contact with the person, the lady next to me, and we had some very friendly chat, and even saved each other's contact to keep in touch. So to my surprise, right, it's totally much better than my initial suspicion and concern, right? I even concerned my safety, and it's a wonderful night, I would say. So maybe you cannot guarantee every time you get some surprise or great experience, right? But I would encourage you, if you have that kind of a, just encourage yourself to open yourself to get out of a box and take some adventures. It's called adventure. That means like get into some unfamiliar things, but definitely you need to have a calculated safety, okay, in that security in your mind. And I just found like find such kind of opportunities to keep yourself inspired, to experience new things you are not familiar with. And maybe next time I will bring some friends or maybe even family member to go to there, because they will every Sunday they sometimes have different comedians, and maybe they have different, because they are quite spontaneous. They may have different talks, right? So that's a great one. I'm glad that I got into a peak of New York City's nightlife. Normally, as an Asian girl, I'm not into those kind of like a nightlife, right? But just one experiment, I feel like, oh, it's not so intimidating. It's good experience, right? And those comedians, they even had a good communications with all the audience, had some interactions, ask them where they come from. There's some like simple stories, right? That's great experience. Okay, so that's part of it. And also earlier I talked about this nutrition and growth one, right? And I opened my mind to learn about, for example, the bacterial colonies and how to balance them, how to change your lifestyles to get more balance of your inside, so you can have a more balanced and energetic outside, right? So all those things, open yourself up to explore, to would like to take some safe, okay, calculated safety kind of adventures, okay. I'm not talking about like a bungee jump, and those ones I still not want to try it so far, and definitely but something like can extend yourself, I would say stretch yourself, get you out of your comfort zone. Try that, right? So I give myself like a small let's say that a command or demand every week, right? I want to try something new, at least every week, every weekend. I would say every day I would look for some opportunities, but a weekend I may get more chance, right, to explore something new, things that I'm totally not familiar with. Okay, are you with me? I hope you get some ideas, right? And for example, I love photography, and next this coming weekend maybe I will take some chance to think about that, because I love birds, right? I was thinking about I want to take more pictures about birds. And by the way, I will finally change my phone. My current phone is still Android. Finally change to my iPhone. It's a gift, and I've put it in my drawer for over 1 year already. I know it's still like a good phone, right? I will change to Validate because this one I feel like the function is slowing down and I need to keep charging it. So definitely it's time for me to explore iPhone world. Come on, sorry. Android, I loved Android for years, and now I needed to explore new ones. iPhone, even though I'm not an iPhone fan, but it's also good to explore it, right? I will see. I will see definitely. And wow, it's like the rain stopped. Interesting. While I was talking, the rain stopped. I see that corner of my backyard with a sunlight. What a big surprise! Beautiful, beautiful. Even the season now it's like a keep changing, right? Even one day now it's let me say 6 p.m. Eastern time, and next time I definitely do earlier. But now it's great to see that kind of a change, the season change, the weather change so quick inside of my backyard. So, what's your today's inspiration? Let me know. I shared the 7 areas, right? How you can reboot and also recharge yourself and also charge for your loved business as well. Let me know what's your inspiration and what kind of actions you want to explore, you want to take, and how you would like to recharge yourself in this most critical season. Okay, and let's build a great foundation for the rest of the year. And it's like this season is really for accumulate and build new energy and new habits that will be sustainable and support you through the whole year. All right, I'm super excited, and let's get into that exploration and also the adventure mode, right? Everyone, I wish you will have a more wonderful experience and exploration through this new season. Keep me updated, okay? How you are exploring, how you are trying new things, and how your energy, your mood, and your spirituality is getting transformation. All right. Thank you so much. We are here to support you to become to stand out as confident expert and thought leader in your area, including your exploration, including your launching, including your strategic presence, and your standing out as yourself and also as the core expert and thought leader in your field, so that you could transform and impact many other people's life as well. Let us know what's your challenges and what things you want to really get out of your box and really want to get to the next level. We are here to support you. All right. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.